Hello and thanks for joining us. You're watching Arirang News coming live from our news center in Seoul. I'm Shin Se-min. We are coming on the air to bring you a live coverage of what's become a daily briefing from South Korea's health authorities for the latest on the COVID-19 outbreak here in the nation. In moments' time, we will be cutting over to a briefing site where the Central Disaster and Safety Headquarters countermeasure for the latest official tally on the coronavirus situation. And we will also be giving you a live interpretation of the official's remark in English simultaneously. And as we came on the air, we have learned that a total number of confirmed COVID-19 cases here in the nation as of midnight Tuesday has reached over 10,331, up just 47 from the day before, continuing its second straight day that the country has only added less than 50 newly confirmed cases. It looks like we're getting some live shots. Let's cut it to Yoon Tae-ho, overall officer of disinfection of the Central Disaster Management Headquarters. Let's listen in.
We have Mr. Yoon Tae-ho for the briefing.
4월 7일 화요일
Let us
정례
now
브리핑을
begin our regular briefing
시작하겠습니다.
for April 7th,
오늘 0시
Tuesday.
기준
As
코로나19로
of today,
치료받고 있는
midnight,
환자는
we have a total of 3,445 people in
3,694명이
quarantine.
완치되어 격리해제되었고
And
192명이
we have
사망하였습니다.
192 deaths right now, and 6,694 have been discharged following full recovery. We had 47 new confirmed cases, and we had 6 new more fatalities. I send my deepest condolences to those who have
신규
passed away.
확진자 47명
And
가운데
from the
30건은
47
국내에서 확진된
confirmed
사례이며
cases
해외
yesterday,
진교
30 was
사례는
confirmed in
17건으로
Korea, and
검역
17
단계에서 확진된
were
사례가 14건,
related to
지역사회
overseas
확진 사례가
imported
3건입니다.
cases, and 14 was reported at the airport, and the rest was reported at the community
오늘
level.
국무총리
And
주재로
aside
열린
from
중대본
3
회의에서는
people,
각
all of the
부처와
rest
지도뿐
people
아니라
were
지도
Korean
교육청에서
nationals.
참석하여
This morning,
온라인
Prime
계약
Minister
준비
Chung
상황,
Se-kyun convened the
학원
KCC
방역
meeting,
관리 방안,
and he touched upon the
집단
issues
감염
of
위험
preparing
시설
for the
점검 강화
online
등을
school
보고받고
opening,
논의하였습니다.
as well as other measures
정세균
to get ready
총리께서는
for the
강도 높은
reopening of
사회적
the schools.
거리두기에도
And
불구하고
despite
젊은이들이 클럽
the
등의 유흥업소에
extension
몰려드는
of the
데
enhanced
우려를
social
표하고
distancing campaign,
관련 시설에
Chung
대한
expressed
점검을 강화할 것을
concerns
주문했습니다.
over the fact that
또한
young people are gathering at nightlife venues like
환경에서
clubs,
원격 수업은
and
또 하나의
that
도전이며
these could also
이틀
lead
앞으로
to
다가온
wide
온라인
cluster
개학에 차질이
infections.
없도록
And
점검하고
he said that
문제점과 배로 사항은
our
모두의
schools will
지혜를
be
모아
restarting
해결
online
방안을
in just
마련할
2
것을
days for
당부하였습니다.
senior students. And he
어제는
also asked for
코로나19 신규
related
환자가 50명 이하로
superintendents
줄어들었고
and related
오늘도
ministries
어제와
to provide
마찬가지로
full
50명 이하로
support.
유지되고
And
있습니다.
today we also
지난
it
6월
is the
21일
second day
대구
that we
경북
have
지역을
our
중심으로
on-day
하루 동안
confirmed cases with
74명의
less
환자가
than
나왔다고
50.
발표한 이후
And
신규
this
확진자가
is a
일최고
large
800명대까지
decrease
이르렀습니다.
of the number
어제 이어
when we
오늘도 신규
peaked
확진자가 50명 이하로 발생하고
when the
있어
on-day number
긍정적
peaked
신호로
to about
생각하고 있습니다.
800
이는 지난 2주
in
이상
February
강화된
and
사회적
early
거리두기에
March. And we
적극적으로
believe
동참하여
that these
코로나19의
achievements were
유행을
possible
최대한
thanks
억제한
to the
국민
public
여러분들과
support in
찾아낸 확진환자들을
partaking in the
중증도에 따라
enhanced social
안정적으로
distancing campaign.
치료한
And
의료진들이
it was
있었기에
also
가능하였습니다.
possible thanks to the
지난
efforts
주말
made by
따뜻한 봄
the
날씨에도
medical
불구하고
practitioners who are
자택
fighting
밖으로
on the
외출을
front lines
자제하고
to combat the
사회적 거리두기에
COVID-19.
모범적으로 참여해 주시고
And we would like to extend all of our public to them once again. We need to monitor the trends. However, we believe that the achievements that were made yesterday and today is a small achievement that we can be proud of. And we want to also participate going forward to continue such a trend. We are seeing a decrease in the number of on-day confirmed cases. However, we cannot still let our guards down. We still have many risk factors. And considering the features of COVID-19 virus, we believe that it's too early to assess the situation. And the extended extended public campaign of practicing social distancing campaign, which has been lengthened for the next 2 more weeks. It will also prove in the near future its effect, but we cannot let our guards down. And if we ease ourselves by looking at the numbers from yesterday and today, we will be witnessing an increase and surge in the number of confirmed cases. Currently, we are still seeing confirmed cases at the metropolitan area, and we believe we are vulnerable to any kinds of cluster infections. And we need to decrease the level of COVID-19 spread here in the nation so that the quarantine authorities will have good control of the situation. And in order to protect yourself, your family members, and your neighbors and your colleagues, we ask all of the public to participate once again in our enhanced social distancing campaign. And in order to monitor the situation, the KCDC meeting this morning touched upon issues of the online school starting, as well as the quarantine measures put forth in the clubs and other nightlife venues. And we also decided on the online school opening, which will be phased out in diverse phases to reduce any kinds of side effects of the spread of the COVID-19. And our utmost priority is to alleviate and decrease the information divide among the students, and we will continue cooperating with the related industries and related ministries to enable further spread of the online classes. And we are collaborating with the EBS as well. And for the young students at the elementary school, the EBS will provide the contents, and they will also have the papers and materials that are needed for learning, so that they do not need to purchase new electronic devices. And they will be watching these EBS videos, and we will also enhance our support for all of these related ministries and related institutions. And we will also prioritize the safety and the health of our students. We believe that it will be difficult to be fully prepared because this is a road that's never been taken before, but the government will cooperate fully with related ministries to ensure a successful opening of the schools. And we are also enhancing our quarantine measures for schools as well as private academies. And we are also having report centers so that we are monitoring and having tight control over the quarantine situations on these private academies. Recently, we had confirmed cases among the teachers who are working at the private academies. They have families who came from abroad. And we will also monitor these cases going forward. And with the enhanced social distancing campaign being lengthened for 2 more weeks, we will also have closures, mandatory closures for private academies that do not abide by our quarantine measures and guidelines. And we will cooperate fully with the related ministries as well as municipal governments to enable the successful quarantine measures of these private academies. And we are also supporting the religious circles to enable online live streaming of their services. We believe that many of the churches are having online services. However, many small churches are not equipped with these technologies or devices to enable them to turn into and change into the online live stream services. And more specifically, we will provide them with electronic devices and also other IT, and we will also provide a manual so that they could easily utilize the platforms like Kakao and other types of online streaming platforms. And we will also give these support to these small churches. And we will also consult with the landlords, and we will enable to make new 5G base stations there. And we will also enable these to facilitate these online streaming of these services. We will have also provided provide full support for these small churches especially. And we will be intensifying our quarantine and control over the nightlife venues, including clubs. And we have conducted our crackdown on 30,000 of them, and about 2,000 of them have received our regulations, and about 400 have been subject to our administrative orders. And we will also intensify our crackdown by cooperating with the private sector as well. And if these will be carried out at about midnight to about 4 a.m., which is a peak time for these clubs and other nightlife venues. The WHO Director General also called President Moon to ask President Moon to give his keynote speech at the International Global Welfare Committee Conference. And we believe that this sharing our measure is very important, and we believe that cooperation is very crucial in the development of vaccines and as well as fighting against the coronavirus outbreak. And we are seeing that this will be a positive opportunity to share our experience with the rest of the world. I believe many people are feeling lethargic and tired of the enhanced social distancing campaign that has been lengthened for another 2 weeks. However, please remember that the COVID-19 outbreak is a disease that we can only overcome with cooperation. We ask you to stay at home as much as possible and participate in a social distancing campaign. Aside from necessary visits, necessary outings, like buying the essentials and necessities or getting medical care or going to work, we ask you to avoid leaving home. And we also advise the businesses to close if they are high-risk businesses. And the daily temperature difference is very high. And we also see that we could have similar symptoms of coronavirus. If you have a fever or other symptoms of like cold, we ask you to stay home for the next 3 to 4 days and monitor your conditions. And we ask you to wash your hands thoroughly. Thank you very much.
And just to recap some of the details that we just heard from local officials, the Overall Officer of Disinfection Yoon Tae-ho just reminded us that during the cabinet meeting earlier this morning that Prime Minister Chung Se-kyun pressed for a stronger measures in controlling the growing number of young generation gathering at nightclubs, and ordered for smooth preparation processes for online classes set to kick off later this week for many South Korean students here in the nation. And the official said that South Korea, having only added less than 50 newly confirmed cases for 2 straight days as a result of many South Koreans practicing the social distancing measures, and also called for more South Koreans to continue their efforts in staying at home instead of having to go outside as means to maintaining the social distancing measures. And the official also wanted to keep an eye out for religious activities going all online, again, to avoid cluster of people physically gathering outdoors, and also promised to ramp up governmental support for groups less than 200 people with their religious activities so they can practice their religions all going online. And despite the social distancing measures going on for weeks, and with many South Koreans feeling exhausted, the official again stressed the importance of practicing such social distancing measures, as it is proven to be one of the most effective one in having to control the spread of the virus. Now that does it for us at this hour, but our next news lineup will be at noon Korea time, which is less than 1 hour from now, so do join us again then. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.